Okay, getting started here on the 1A notes here for geometry. Um, First of all, there's some of the stuff that you're going to be doing on your own for the definitions of the following terms. I'm going to have you guys do that on your own. But we're going to start here with the three undefined terms of geometry, okay? So the three undefined terms of geometry are going to be a point, a line, and a plane. Okay? A point, line, and a plane. Now, even though these terms are undefined, we can still sort of say what they are. Okay? A point just symbolizes a location. Okay? So basically, what a point is a location. It doesn't take up any space or anything like that. A point is just basically a location. Okay? Next term is a line. Okay? So a line doesn't take up any space, okay, and it goes infinitely in two directions, okay. So it's infinitely in two directions, okay, and it's straight. So a lot of times a line is drawn, and you probably already know this, as you just have a little line right here. You put two arrows on the end of it. Usually the line will be named by 2 points on it, like such line AB right there. Okay. Okay. A plane is a two-dimensional surface, okay, that extends infinitely. Okay. It's a two-dimensional surface that extends infinitely. So if you were to think of the world as being flat, okay, and if the world extended infinitely, the ground would basically be a plane, okay? And usually a plane's named with 3 letters. So every plane is going to have 3 points on it, okay? So this would be something like plane ABC. So here, this is line AB. Okay, that would be the symbol for it. A point would be something like that, point A. And a plane has a symbol of a little rectangular thing, and that would be plane ABC with 3 points. Okay, and so those are the three undefined terms of geometry, and those are the symbols for that. Okay, moving on, we're going to go to the second page of 1A. So let's scroll over here. We're going to go over all this stuff right now. Okay, a conjecture. Okay. A conjecture in geometric terms, a conjecture is an educated guess. Okay, a conjecture is an educated guess. Now, right now, I'm recording this video July 7th of 2020, and during this whole coronavirus thing, we know that school was canceled over at the end of last year, and because the virus is still going on, we may be able to make a conjecture, something like, I don't know, some instruction this year will be online. Okay, and again, that's just a conjecture that I'm making right now, considering that school shut down for the end of the year. We've had school shut down a little bit this summer in terms of athletics and things of that nature, and so based on what we've seen in the past couple months, that's a conjecture that I can make, is that some instruction this year will be online. Okay, you may be able to make your own conjectures about school or really anything, okay, just based on sort of what you observe. So a conjecture is basically when you observe some kind of pattern and you make an educated guess. Okay, that's just an example that I'm going to put. If you want to try to put a few more educated guesses or conjectures on there, have at it. Okay. Okay, next, postulates and theorems. Okay, postulates and theorems. Okay, well, a postulate, I'm just going to put the letter P here for short. Okay, it is a statement that is accepted as true without proof. Okay, it is a statement that is accepted as true without proof. Okay, so there may be many postulates you could think of. We're going to go over many of them in geometry and several of them soon enough. But if we were to make a postulate that doesn't really involve geometry, let's say this: if you jump off a skyscraper, then you're going to die. Okay, now we accept that to be true. Hopefully nobody goes to the top of a skyscraper and jumps off to try to prove whether that statement's true or false. Okay, mostly I think that all of us would sort of agree that if you jump off the top of a high building, you're going to die, right? We just accept that as being true, but we don't really want to go prove it because, again, you'll kill yourself most likely. Okay, so that's what a postulate is. Okay, a theorem, I'm just going to use the letter T for short for theorem. It is a statement that is proven to be true. Okay, a theorem is a statement that is proven to be true using prior knowledge. Okay, and we'll do an example of that here in a minute. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go talk about inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. Okay. Inductive reasoning. Okay. Inductive reasoning. I'm going to go with a different color here. I'm going to go with the color green. Okay. Inductive reasoning is observing patterns. Okay. It's observing patterns and coming up with some kind of conclusion based on those patterns. Okay. Now, inductive reasoning, all right, is a type of reasoning that creates conjectures. Okay. We can sort of observe what's going on around us and come up with a conjecture. So if I'm going up to the example that I looked at up here before, all right, before I was looking at, okay, some instruction this year will be online. Okay. Well, how do I know that? Okay. Well, I inductively reason. Well, geez. All right. So I inductively reason. Okay. So here's what I observed. Okay. I observed that, we had 3 months of school canceled, right? At the end of this past year. Okay. And we had, summer workouts shut down. Right. And we have, COVID numbers going up. So my conjecture, going back up here, all right, the conjecture that I made was that some instruction this year will be online. Okay. So that is an example of inductive reasoning. Now we're going to come down here to deductive reasoning. All right. So deductive reasoning, I'm going to go back to black, is using proven using proven information to prove something to be true. Okay? And the key word I want to emphasize here is prove. Okay? Deductive reasoning uses proven information to prove something to be true. Okay? So going back to our words that we looked at up here, okay, some instruction this year will be online. Never mind. Sorry. Postulate or theorem. Well, now we're going to be looking at a theorem. Okay? Because deductive reasoning basically proves statements to be true. So deductive reasoning is going to create a theorem. Okay, so let's do an example of deductive reasoning here. Okay, I'm going to use this blue pen. All right, so let's say we have a couple different scenarios that we know are true. So let's say it's true. Let's say we have two true statements. Okay, and let's say that the first true statement is Jimmy has $5. Okay, and let's say that we have another true statement that a cup of coffee costs $3. All right, so two true statements. We know that Jimmy has $5 and coffee costs $3. Okay, so our theorem, again, a theorem, we're going to use the information that we have to make another thing. So if Jimmy has $5 and coffee costs $3, what we can prove, okay, is basically proven that Jimmy, that Jimmy can buy a cup of coffee. Okay, why is that proven to be true? Well, we know it's true that Jimmy has $5, and we know it's true that coffee costs $3. Okay, so we can deduct, okay, we can deduct or we can prove that Jimmy can buy a cup of coffee, okay, because we have known information to be true, and we could sort of put that information together to find something else to be true, okay? So that is the end of our 1A notes. Again, go back and watch the video if you need to get all this filled in. Again, the first page of the 1A notes, which is, where is it here? Which is off to the first page, and we have the definitions there. The computer's frozen up. I apologize for that. You can go out and find those definitions on your own. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, so that's the end of the 1A notes.